Grand rising to you all. Hello, hello. Welcome to your weekly tarot and intuitive energy read for the week ahead. It's June 8th, so it's for this coming week. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know, what our higher selves want us to know, what our guides want us to know. We'll see who the messages come from today. But tapping into that highest vibe, highest energy for the week ahead, helping us all to navigate in the best way possible. Hello to you, Lynn. Good to see you. Hey, Corbin. Good to see you as well. Thanks for popping in, guys. And this reading is for everyone watching live and on replay. So let us see what the energies for the week ahead are. I'm pulling from one of my favorite decks. This is the Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea, I believe is the name. Beautiful artwork. So let's see. What are cards that want to come out today? What is the energy for the collective and those watching live? Thank you. All right. What is the energies that are coming through this week? Ooh, all right. For the collective, thank you. Ooh, cards falling all over the place. Hey, Beth, good to see you. And just a reminder for everyone as well, if you would like a one-on-one tarot reading with me, I am booking 60-minute sessions. These are fun bookings because I weave in a little bit of meditation to help us get really deep into the guidance, get into the zone, and then we pull cards for you on any of your questions. So if you want to book with me, you can just follow that link. It's linked down below as well. Happy Monday, everyone. All right. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. We got cards. So what are those cards that came out today? Looks like it might be an interesting week. So first up, we've got the Devil, then the Magician coming out. So Devil and Magician. After that, we've got, let's see if I can get it in my hands there, Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. So we've got some interesting energies this week. I feel like there might be some of this limitation at the beginning of the week. With that Devil card, I'm just seeing subjugation at the top there. And I oftentimes think about the ways that the Devil card can show us those moments where we are shackling ourselves and we are boxing ourselves in or holding ourselves back. The Devil can certainly be negative influence from others, but I'm seeing this on more of a personal level this week, especially when we have the Magician right next to it. Seeing that need to step out of the limitations that you might be putting on yourselves and step into your power. I also see the mask coming off this Magician. So again, I feel like it's that sort of like taking off the facade, taking away that cover up that you might be clinging on to. And this doesn't need to be in a public way, especially with this Knight of Cups. It feels more personal. It feels more of a conviction is at the top there. Conviction. It feels more of like a personal choice that you're making towards the beginning of the week here that's opening you up to let go of maybe some emotional baggage. I feel like that's been a theme the past couple of weeks, is letting go of some of the old programming, some of the old ways of operating, those old operating systems that we have. And especially with Devil, Magician, and then this Knight of Cups, I just feel like it's stepping back into your power and recognizing those moments when you're shackling yourself, when you're subjugating yourself to someone else or something else, right? Could be sugar, could be your phone, could be a boss or a parent or someone in a position of power over you. But I really do see this as um, stepping into your power, reclaiming your magic, and using that to let go of some emotional baggage, step into a new way of navigating through this week ahead. That ultimately I think is going to lead to a nice perspective, a new perspective, a higher perspective, right? The energies of this week are suggesting this forward progress towards this page of swords. So, climbing that mountain, getting up to the top and having a different vantage point, being able to your past mistakes, see your past successes in a different way, in a new way. And I think the decomposition decomposition at the top there's a decomposition, a breaking apart of some of those old paradigms, those old patterns that you're being called to let go of. This work seems to be, mm, I don't want to say never ending, but there are layers, there are levels to this, right? And I'm seeing, what kind of bird is that? Anyone able to tell what kind of bird that is? I want to say it looks kind of like a stork. Um, so that's what we're gonna go with. It might not be, but we're gonna go with stork because that's what I'm seeing. And I'm thinking this might be a new idea as well. Once you have sort of unshackled yourself, step back into your power, followed the story of this week, move through some of those emotions and some of those hangups. It might lead to a new idea, a fresh inspiration, a fresh spark that comes in from above, right? That little bird's got some gift for that girl, and she's climbed high for that. She's worked hard for that. Um, so yeah, interesting energies for this week ahead. Um, so I'm just seeing the chat here. Yes, bedazzling magic. Glad it is resonating, Beth. Corbin saying, I like how the magician card Mercury has Saturn's hexagon on it. Ooh, interesting perspective there. This can be a productive energy, a good push forward. Yeah, yeah. And I think the magician oftentimes speaks to those ways that we claim our power. It's not so much even it's not so much like hard earned or like you have to work. This is like your innate energy, your innate ability, and I feel like that's a really good point. This push forward, this Saturnian strength to accomplish what you need to accomplish. And this really is, I just keep seeing this devil card as that like internal battle, right? There's a lot of like strife on this card. And a lot of like interesting movement and energy. It feels very much like an internal battle, even the way that those two figures in the center are sort of wrapped together. You could be seeing some conscious, subconscious battling this week. Some of those old programs sort of running on autopilot. But now you're starting to you're seeing, right? I feel like you're seeing that. You're seeing that clearly now. You're starting to see more easily, more consistently those patterns, and seeing that awareness, right, is that first step towards the shifts and the changes that your soul is calling you to. I love it. Yeah. Some sort of heron stork. Yeah. Albatross. Ooh. Yeah, right. The stork, new births and ideas. That could be someone out there might be getting pregnant. It could be that literal, right? Um, I mean, someone is, right? Someone is. I love it. I love it. Um, all right. Oh my gosh, Lynn having crazy dreams in the last few days. I love it. What is your favorite book? I don't know. I have a few favorite books, but we're in the cards right now. We're in the cards right now. All right, guys, let's see. Let's tap into that higher guidance for this week ahead. I'm just feeling like we should pull an oracle card first. I've got the Work Your Light. This is one of Rebecca Campbell's decks. Really pretty artwork. It is very cloudy and was stormy this morning. We had a lot of rain, but it's that season of the year, right? We're moving closer and closer to the midpoint of summer for those in the Northern Hemisphere. It is sun time, outdoors time. So let's see what the oracle cards want to say from our higher selves for the guidance for the week ahead. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to pull a couple tarot as well to go along with this guidance from higher self for the week ahead. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the two oracle cards that we have, I'll get this one first. So we've got Council of Light. Council of Light. Check that card out. Second card is Mirror. Mirror. So Council of Light and Mirror. We've got divine orchestration helpers in the subtle realms. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? So I wish I still had that devil card out, because this mirror really feels like some of that energy, that intertwined push-pull energy of oftentimes those people in our lives, right? First card though, Council of Light. I feel like this is just our reminder to remember our support from the other realms, from the other dimensions, whether that be like in this card, we have a lot of the like ascended masters. There's representations of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and other deities, other holy ones. So this could be tapping into the ascended masters energy for some of you. It could also be that galactic connection, right? I feel like there's many right now who are feeling even more called to the stars, to the other realms, off world, the galactic side of things, right? We've got disclosure happening in the mainstream in a somewhat surprising way. I don't know. It's just been so long, and I know it's not like full blown. It's not like everything, but I never expected it to be everything. But I am pleasantly surprised that we're getting some level of like, disclosure there. So this could be your galactic family, your more of that interdimensional energy for you, but that support from beyond, that support from other realms. And that can be your anchor throughout this week, especially in those moments when you're getting triggered by the people around you. I know this is often the case for those doing their shadow work, right? We have people come into our lives, or people who are in our lives, helping us to see, being that mirror for us, helping us to see our shadows, see our opportunities, see our lessons in different ways. And so this mirror card, I feel like, is reminding us to pay attention to those triggers, pay attention to those moments that get you riled up, that bring in that emotional trigger, right? Because we had the Knight of Cups, while we have the Page of Cups here. Again, it's that emotional energy. And here, I'll just show you the tarot. So we have 3 cards here: Destiny, Two of Swords, Page of Cups. Destiny, Two of Swords, Page of Cups. I really think it's very clear. The desire for our higher selves, for us to choose the balanced way, to um, choose that equilibrium, especially with that Two of Swords in the middle. I feel like this can be speaking to those mental loops. Many of you might be like me and you get stuck in that mental energy, especially when you are triggered. Sometimes you might internalize that. You might not be able to speak honestly or openly to that person about the trigger right away. So you might be internalizing that. And your higher self is calling you to call on your support, call on your guides, call on your higher self. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do to balance that energy, especially if it's a lot of mental stuff. Get in your body, go for a walk, go hug a tree, move your body, exercise, right? Eat something grounding, something nourishing. I really feel like it's a opportunity, a call from our higher selves this week to really step into our power of choice, our power of um the decisions that we can make, and that will lead us, just like we had that Knight of Cups at the end of the last run. We have this Page of Cups at the end here too. So I just feel like this is ultimately leading us to a wonderful place, with some of the emotional um, challenges and perhaps trigger points that we've been having lately. I feel like this week could be a real beautiful shift for many of us, and getting to that point of balance, which is going to be a choice. You can certainly choose to stay into you can certainly choose to stay in that old energy. But that's not where you want to be, right? That's not where your higher self wants you to be. Um, Kindly explain the emotional and mental loops. We could pull a clarifying card on that. So those emotional and mental loops. Let's see what the cards want to say about that. How funny. The cards are just so funny sometimes. They're just so literal. They're so literal. So Viola, I believe it's Viola. Three of Swords is the clarifier card here for that energy, that emotional and mental loops energy. Which, for those of you who don't know tarot, just take a peek at that artwork. That image there. You have someone who is being sort of like attacked by these birds, these winged things, and the swords are just kind of like all over the place. One of them is pointing at the figure. The traditional Three of Swords is the three swords through the heart. And so I really feel like this is such a perfect card to explain the emotional and mental interplay, the way that our thoughts can affect our emotions, can affect our thoughts. And this sort of like being hounded by your thoughts, and that leading to an emotional a tough emotional place. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm feeling. And so let me know if that resonates for you, because that certainly could be something that you're going through, right? That interplay between your mental thoughts, the mental activity, and the emotional side of things. So hopefully that helped. I love it. All right. I see people talking about Mercury retrograde in there too. So um, that's probably coming in for us soon, right? Anyway. All right. So that's our energy read for the week ahead. Again, I do one-on-one bookings. I have that linked below. And you are more than welcome to book a one-on-one session with me to tap into your higher self through the cards and ask any questions that you'd like. always coming from that empowered place, looking to help you to connect with your wisdom and your knowing through the tarot wisdom. So, hello, Chris. Hello from Ireland. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, guys. So that is the weekly read for the week ahead, June 8th through, I believe it's the 14th, right? So let me know how that resonates for you guys, what you're feeling for the week ahead, how you're feeling on this Monday. I know for me, Mondays can often be that emotional mental loop. So definitely going to take my own advice, take the advice from the cards, and move that energy so that I can stay in a positive place moving ahead. So I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. And yeah, more shows coming this week. It's going to be a busy week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like on the way out as well if you like the cards for today. All right, sending you guys all the love. Talk soon.